Tonight, we are very, very pleased to welcome on stage an appearance from Deputy John Gollop. Give him a clap!
I thought politicians were a bit unpopular at the moment. So I thought I'd go for higher things and bring in my priest outfit. I remember the first chief minister said to me, he said, you should have become a vicar, you make a better vicar than a politician. I'm not sure if that was a compliment, but never mind. But no, it's quite funny, perhaps seeing the more religious side of humour, because it reminds me of the joke of the priest and the vicar, who were driving separate cars, and they collided into each other. And they both were carrying communion wine in the back of the estates. And they hit each other right at the Bray Road crossroads. And the priest gave the vicar all his communion wine. And the vicar said, "That's very kind of you, Father. What a lovely gesture." And he said, "No, it's not, because the police are coming any minute." Oh, it's a bit like the story about an updated version of the Good Samaritan. There's a man lying robbed in the road, and the priest passes by and says, "Bless you, son," and walks on. Then the vicar comes by and says, well maybe we should consider having a focus group on what to do about you. Never mind. And finally, a social worker comes up and says, "Goodness me, the guy who did this to you really needs help." I enjoyed it was interesting to hear about the Chaos Festival, and there was talk about the late night buses. But how do you know the drivers won't be on strike by the time Chaos comes? Maybe the deputies will take the buses instead. Of course, it was an interesting joke about the buses in the depot, and it runs a bit like this. Two deputies had been to, I don't know, a band on air, and they were being a bit worse for the wear, and they waited at the bus stop for the Saturday night bus back to Basel and Cobo, which go alternately, and neither appeared. So one deputy said to the other, "Why don't we walk to the bus depot and see if there's a bus going from the garage at the tram sheds?" They walked along a long way, stopped off for a local in the drinking, the Foresters and the Jamaica and one or two other places. And they said, they got to the depot and they looked around the buses, and one guy said to the other, "Why don't you go in and see if you can get a bus back to Bazon?" And he walked into the depot, and fumbled around, he went right to the back, he was manoeuvring and jerking and braking the vehicles and struggling and pushing it and hitting the doors and smashing the other buses, quick, fast, rush. And the first deputy says, "Come on, mate, what on earth are you doing? Why didn't you take the bus at the front?" And he said, "Well," he said, "the bus that's going to Bazon is right at the back." And he said, "You idiot, the bus at the front's got Kobe on its destination line and we could walk the rest of the way from the Rock Mount." Never mind. Makes me think of a nut joke. Oh, this is a bit of salt and nuts. It was like 2 peanuts got mugged on their way walking around St Helier. And one peanut said to the other, "I've been assaulted." Of course, being a priest is quite funny really, because you've got little things, and I thought be quite funny if a cute little Guernsey red teddy bear married a bunny rabbit, because they'd have a lot of babies, more than a panda bear anyway. And here they are, all cute. Bless you, bunny, bless you, teddy, bless you all together. It's cute. But then, because it reminds me of a bit of a story about that. There was this vicar who invited the Bishop of Winchester to come over and give a sermon. And the bishop said, "Why is the congregation so empty? Why are the pews not filled?" And the bishop said to the vicar, "Why didn't you publicise my visit?" And he said, "Well, I forgot to do that, but word got around you were coming." Never mind. No, coming back to the teddy bear and the bunny rabbit. They're getting married in the church. And it reminds me of another joke of the time when the vicar said, "Is there anybody in the congregation who's got a reason why the two of you cannot get married together?" One guy shouts, "My bride's been having an affair with the best man the last few months." Well, it was a way of the groom getting out of the wedding. He was the one who said it. Never mind. No, I was thinking of the little rabbit and the little teddy. They go for a 3-month premarital relationship sessions with the vicar. The vicar explains to them that adjustment might be hard between a rabbit and a bear. Well, it could be. I mean, it's like the bear doesn't like to be seen bare in the bath, but there you go. And the rabbit's a bit sensitive about their buns, but there you go. But anyway, they're given a little bit of counselling, guidance. And the bear, prior to the wedding, he says to the vicar, "You know we can adapt the official wedding vows." He said, "What if I give you £1,000 for you to put it slightly differently and to cut out all that stuff about, forsaking all others and not looking at any other people and being faithful and all that?" He said, "I don't really want to say that." And the vicar says, "Think about that." He gets the money and so on. Then the day of the wedding comes, the vicar says, "We are gathered here together to celebrate Petunia Rabbit and Johnny Tubby Bear together in the church. Do you, Johnny Tubby Bear, take Petunia Rabbit as your lawful wedded wife, and blessing all your flopsy bunnies? And will you honour, obey her, make her tea in the morning, come up every night, and never ever look at another female as long as you shall live, or male too? Will you swear?" He said, "What the hell did you do that for? I thought we had an understanding." The vicar said, "Yes, but your wife gave me a much better offer." So, the moral of that story is, be very careful what you wish for, especially if the priest needs a little bit extra in his collection box next week. Good night.